Introducing Brian Blog's audio articles, now available only at Brian Blog's Corner Club at www.patreon.com/Brian Too Bad TV Solange, my newest upgrade for valued patron members. For older blogs, you can now click on the audio file attachment below the written article. Download it on your Android, iPhone, laptop, or desktop. For newer blogs, simply click on the audio strip as seen in this illustration, and then listen along as you read it, or just choose to listen as I personally narrate yet another one of my classical masterpieces. It will be just like listening to my public videos on YouTube, BitChute, and Black Avenger TV, only you will have exclusive access to audible and written material available only to paying patron members. For as little as $7 a month, you can become a member of this important club of like-minded thinking individuals. Get the latest updates on news, stories trending on social media, and cold case files, as well as new revelations on historical events and political issues. With Brian's blog audio articles, you now get twice the content for the same price. Again, if you want to enjoy a members-only club where you get to choose whether you want to read or listen to my awesome content, sign up for as little as $7 a month. That's less than a standard fast food combo meal these days. Become a member of Brian Blog's Corner Club at www.patreon.com/Brian Too Bad TV Solange and enjoy exclusive access to audio article blog library only available at the Brian Blog's Corner Club today. You know, I just wanted to let this picture collage sink into your brain for a little bit before I said anything. Now that I've let it sink into your brain for a little bit, let me start off by saying that I'm gonna side on the side of my brain that tells me that y'all were just playing dumb and that y'all were just trying to provoke me and get me to make another video about this topic, and that I'm gonna go ahead and ignore the other side of my brain that's telling me that those of you who were trying to make the bullshit ass excuse that Jessica Simpson being pregnant was the reason why she looked like a lard ass, and that y'all are actually that stupid. So, oh wait, the other thing I'm going to say is, I find it completely interesting the amount of black females within that bunch of people that came with the she's pregnant defense to the defense of a white female and a blonde bimbo at that. The stereotypical white female that a lot of insecure black females are jealous of, but try to mimic all the time. And it reminded me of this Tyrana Burke co-signing and aligning herself with these white feminists in the hashtag Me Too movement to go after all men, but black men more recently in particular. And how it is perfectly okay for these black bimbos to defend and join forces with white women, so long as it's something in it for them, particularly to go up against a black man, knowing damn well that none of y'all, all of y'all who were in there trying to make that I'm pregnant or she's pregnant defense for Jessica Simpson would have been the same ones calling me colorist or a self-hater if I had made a video about some white bimbo that I was deifying or that I was lusting after right now. See, I have said time after time after time that I don't care about none of these hoes. You know, every once in a while I get an idiot troll in my shit talking about, oh, well, why don't you just go get you a white woman then if you don't like black women? No, I don't like none of you hoes. I can acknowledge that a woman is attractive, that she's sexy, that she's fine, you know, that she, you know, is a dime piece, that she's bad, whatever, you know, you want, whatever title or name you want to give to a female that by most men's accounts, most people's accounts, period, would be highly attractive. Just like people know when they see a really handsome man, you know what I'm saying? They'll say, you know, he's this, he's that, and the other. Okay. But that don't mean that just because I put a video up of some white bimbo or some black bimbo that I'm going after this chick or I'm lusting after this chick, or now, oh, all of a sudden, oh, Brian Solange, he's on the simp bandwagon. No, I still don't give a damn about these hoes. And I know damn well what I should have did was I should have tricked y'all and made a video about some white chick pretending like, you know, I actually like her and got the hots for her now, just to see you same goofy motherfuckers come out trying to protect this oversized, I ain't gonna even say the word because this is YouTube, this oversized female that failed herself first before she failed anybody else and failed her husband second, at least in the physical looks department, knowing damn well that y'all very ones trying to defend this chick will be the very ones calling me a self-hater if I had made a video deifying a white woman. Now, with that in mind, y'all been staring at this collage now for what? 5 minutes. 5 minutes you've been staring at this fucking collage. And I had to make this video because I had to lay to rest, you know, and I really didn't have to make this video because I know that most of y'all ain't that stupid, okay? It's just that black women particularly are in such a rut, and women in general, but black women particularly, y'all are in such a, you're so programmed to make up stupid excuses and flip the script for somebody or even yourself when you don't like something or when you're trying to avoid accountability for something, that you would actually think that using the excuse that this woman is pregnant is the reason why she's horribly overweight, unhealthily overweight. And this is living proof that that is a bunch of bullshit. But again, I know that most of y'all knew that. Why? Because a lot of y'all have had kids yourself. And of some of y'all who have had kids yourself, not all of y'all weigh 200 or 300 pounds during pregnancy or after pregnancy. There are plenty of skinny broads that have children day in and day out. They maintain their shape outside of their belly during pregnancy and after pregnancy. And Cindy Crawford, who is 15 years the elder of Jessica Simpson, as you can see in this collage, is a prime example of this. But again, like I said, I know y'all knew that. Y'all just playing dumb because y'all wanted me to make another illustrious masterpiece video. So here we go. Now, Cindy Crawford, as many of you know, when you talk about white women bimbos, you know, she's right up there with, like, you know, Marilyn Monroe and Pamela Anderson and some of those other females from back in the day. You know, she was, you know, back in like the 80s, 90s, she was part of that golden era of supermodels. That included, let me see, it included Stephanie Seymour, of course, Cindy Crawford, Christy Turlington, Tatiana Papitz, of course, Naomi Campbell, a couple of other females on here they didn't mention. That Somali chick, Iman, that married, what was his name? Something, David Bowie or something. And there was another female on here another female from that era that isn't in this picture, strangely enough. Oh yeah, Nikki Taylor, the one that survived that car crash many moons ago, and what was her name? Gia Karanji, the one that died of AIDS back in the mid 80s. So, you know, as far as white women go, okay, Cindy Crawford was one of them females that, you know, at least from Hollywood's version, one of the ones, you know, put in the public light as a supermodel. They don't really use supermodels the way they used to, you know. You know, it's more like, you know, just grab any bimbo. Well, really, with the advent of social media, a lot of companies, they don't need supermodels. You know, that was back in the time when they didn't have the internet. All they had was, you know, like magazine covers and you know, billboards and shit like that. So really, the internet has really taken the place of the supermodel, if you ask me. But you know, Cindy Crawford, you know, when she was a young peach, as they call them, a spring chicken, you know, she was pretty bad. You know, back in her teens, her 20s, I think she started modeling in her teens or whatever. And when you look at her body now, okay, versus her body as a 53-year-old woman after she had 2 kids, let me show you some pictures. I mean, all things considered, you know, obviously she ain't no spring chicken or nothing, but clearly after 2 kids at 53 years old, you have to admit she looks pretty damn good for a 53-year-old woman. And again, no matter what the race, the fact is some women know how to take care of their bodies before and after pregnancy, before and after fame, you know, before and after what they put down their throats as far as food is concerned. Okay, so I don't want to hear this crap. And we scroll here. I don't want to hear this crap about, you know, oh, Jessica Simpson, she's only fed. Some women get fed because they binge eat while they're pregnant. Oh, she's only pregnant because she's swelling up because she's fat. No, she's swelling up because, as one of you brothers said, she done had a few too many ho-ho, you know, cupcakes and you know, birthday cakes and brownies and, you know, pie, you know, fruit pies and apple pies and peach pies and trips to McDonald's and some everything else. Okay. Now you explain this to me. How can a woman at 53 years old, you know, still look this good in the body? And we scroll here, you know, she got a bunch of pictures. Now, you know, again, ain't nobody saying, you know, that she's no spring chicken or nothing like that. Okay, here's a picture of her right here. And for everybody who want to make the bullshit excuse that she's still big because, you know, she just had her baby. This is her when she had I think her second of the two children that she had. Okay, and this was 17 years ago, so that would have been what? 53. She would have been 43. She would have been 40. Damn. Really? Can I count? 53, 43. Hold up, y'all. 43, because my brain is only halfway working. She would have been 36 years old if my brain is working right tonight, and I don't know if it is. Wait a minute, 53, 43. Yeah, she would have been about 36 years old, 36, 37 years old when she had this kid. Look at her shoulder, look at her back. Does she look swollen to you? No. And this kid, this is like what? Maybe 2 year old kid. The fact is, she didn't blow up after she had her baby. She didn't blow up when she had her baby. Okay? And see, I know women saying this, they just should further proves that y'all are being disingenuous, because not all of y'all blew up when you had a baby. You know, if you were obese when you had a baby, you was you was obese before you had the baby, most likely. If you wasn't obese, you wasn't obese. Okay? Now, here's a picture. This is a more full body shot of her up next to a woman that is half her age. Okay? Who is this? Angela Candace's or whatever. She's in her 20s. And as you can see clearly, again, she ain't no spring chicken or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, I mean, she can hold her own as a 50-plus-year-old woman. Okay? Some women, whether they're white, black, Hispanic, they know how to take care of their bodies. Some women don't. It's the same with men. Okay? You know, some men know how to take care of their bodies. Some don't. You can still remain slender. You can still remain in shape. Pregnancy ain't got nothing to do with it. All right? It has everything to do with how you choose to take care of yourself versus how you don't choose to take care of yourself. Now, of course, as I said before, you see her, and again, I know a lot of this is makeup, but that's her with her daughter. They look just like each other. Yeah, that's her daughter, all right. But she got makeup on. Look, a lot of females don't look good with makeup. I think one brother said, "Look, if you was ugly without makeup, you just gonna look like an ugly person with paint on their face." Okay, so that's her daughter, and you can tell that's her daughter, even though she's 3 times her daughter's age. Okay, so she's still able to maintain some of her look, especially in the body. As far as being slender, a model type figure. This was Cindy Crawford modeling in her early 30s. Keep in mind, Jessica Simpson right now is in her late 30s. Okay, she started ballooning up in her late 20s. Okay, so even in her early 30s, about 20 years ago, she still had a pretty nice body. And on a side note, this is what Cindy Crawford looked like at 18. I think it was 18 or 19. Yeah, this is when she first started modeling professionally. And on a side note, that's what I was going to say. I love the way women, black and white, used to wear their hair back in the 80s. I love everything, almost everything about the 80s. I love it. I mean, music, that wild child hairstyle, that's my shit. Even the way Pepsi cans look back then. I wish I was older in the 80s. I was born in 85, so. But anyway, okay, this is her at 21, right? A cute, young girl in her prime, right? You see she got a little meat on her. And look, to be completely fair, like I said before, nobody's expecting Cindy Crawford, to look how she looked in the face, you know, 30 years ago, how she looks now, 30, 40 years ago, how she looks now. I mean, obviously, the wall, as far as the face is concerned, the wall is hitting. In some of these pictures, it looks like maybe it was just a grazing shot, No, that's the wall right there. It's amazing how different a person looks from, different photos. But the cohort, again, she's a 53-year-old woman. What do you expect? Okay. I expect a 53-year-old woman to look like this. Okay. But at the end of the day, when you look at her body type, okay, that's what I'm talking about. When you look at this woman's body, she's still just as slender as she was. She's still just as fit and in shape. Well, not as fit and in shape, but she is fit. She's about the same weight as she was when she was a teenager. Okay? And a lot of women can say this. All right? It don't have nothing to do with pregnancy if you know how to take care of your body and you do take care of your body. Okay? That's all completely up to you what happens, as far as your physique and how you age. Well, it's not completely up to you, but you can do things to improve your health, just like you can do things to improve your appearance. Okay. So people saying that, oh, well, Jessica Simpson, she's looking like that because she's pregnant. That's just a petty fucking excuse. Probably by females that have the same problem or know somebody that they like or in their family that had the same problem. Okay. In this world, there's doers and there's donors. Either you're going to do the right thing or you're not. And it's going to show on you. Again, I mean, her face, look like, kind of remind me of Kerry Washington. The wall has been hit. But as far as her body is concerned, she's still maintaining shape. Okay. Now you look at this in stark comparison to a Jessica Simpson at 38 years old, 15 years younger than her. And you come to see why I say there's absolutely no excuse for a 38-year-old woman to look like this when she once looked like this. Okay? At the end of the day, you can give in to desire or, you can fight the temptation. It's your body, it's your mind, it's completely up to you. Just don't come at me with excuses only when it benefits you. Okay? Or somebody that you call yourself liking or taking up for. But then you turn around and point the finger at anybody else making the same fucking mistakes. Okay? And keep in mind, from what I understand, Jessica Simpson has always had weight problems. Like I said, she started having weight problems when she was in her late 20s. Right? So this wasn't just when she was fucking pregnant. See? Yeah, she put on some weight when she was pregnant, but she was having problems with weight problems well before her pregnancy. That's why there are articles here well before I decided to make a video about the shit. Okay? And again, this isn't just about Jessica Simpson. Look, Ciara, she had a baby. Shit, look at how skinny Ciara is. It's a good look at how skinny Ciara is. For y'all who want to make the bullshit ass pregnancy excuse. This is my problem. There's always some excuse for a female when she fucks up. Okay? But look at Ciara. Her arms are skinny. Her legs are the same size they were before she got pregnant. Okay? So Beyonce had a baby. She didn't blow up. Beyonce is the same size she was before as she is now. Okay? So again, at the end of the day, this is just a classic case of a human being that just gave up. They just let themselves go and they're just not taking care of themselves. Okay, they're living a very unhealthy lifestyle. No matter what excuse you want to make for it, it looked to me that the food was just a little bit too good. Okay, it says Jessica Simpson looks worse for wear as she celebrates husband Eric's birthday in LA. Now, what I want to know is, you seen what her husband looks like. He looks like he's a fit fella. Would she in her prime, in her sexual prime, when she looked like what most guys want to do, would she have gotten with a dude this overweight? That's my question. And I think that's a rhetorical question because we all know the answer to that. Talking about Jessica Simpson loves being fat. Again, this is a typical deflection of women no matter what the race. There's always an excuse, or I'm a strong and independent, I don't need a this, I don't need a that, I'm educated. Everything to deflect from the fact that they have flaws and that they have issues that they need to address, just like every other human being on the planet. Nobody enjoys being overweight, okay? Because being overweight is unhealthy, okay? It literally weighs you down. It makes life harder to live, okay? And in some cases, it can be life-threatening, okay? So at the end of the day, okay, you either take care of yourself as you age or you don't. There's no pregnancy excuse. There's no depression excuse. There's no binge eating excuse. There's no this or that. Okay? Either you take care of yourself or you don't. And whatever you do is going to tell on you. Just like if you do drugs, just like if you drink, just like if you live a risky street lifestyle. Okay? Whatever you do to yourself mentally and physically is going to show in your outer self. The way you act and react to things, the way your body looks. Okay? Clearly, Cynthia, God, I almost said Cynthia G. Lord have mercy. Cindy Crawford has been taking care of her body. Some people say, well, she just got good genes. No, as you get older, your metabolism slows the fuck down. Okay? She's been taking care of her body. She ain't been going out eating ham hocks and pizza and tacos every single fucking day. Okay? And Jessica Simpson was not taking care of her body. Okay? Both of them had, they were blessed with good bodies when they were younger, as most young women are, no matter what the race. As they got older, one, they both told on themselves. One maintained, her slender figure, and the other one blew up like a hot air balloon. What the problem is, the truth is the truth. So now that we got that out of the way, I can get back on these black issues. Talk to you later, guys.